hey, come with me. Let's finish your project. So maybe about a year ago, I started something. And, you know, life has a way of keeping it real. And I wanted to organize the back of this. And I've been doing a bunch of other things. And finally, I was able to get all my ducks in a row and work on the TMAT. And actually, something worked out really nice. And that was Milwaukee changed the way they did these plates. So TMAT, if you haven't seen, is a grid system. You could say a T or an X that has accessories like this that lock in. And across the panels, the grid repeats at the same pattern.
I think I remember when you got these.
Yeah, and you know, everything was sort of changing in my life and whatever, and I tried to, you know, organize stuff, and I showed this, but the Milwaukee didn't have these cool new metal plates out. And these metal plates, as you can see, this one is brand new. These metal plates, or these brackets now with this metal plate, gives us some adjustability and actually makes it to where you can take, so I got some extra hardware today, you can take the TMAT anchors, okay, and this is just a standard, as you can see, 1/4-20. And if you look here, you can see some of my corners are not attached. So I'll pop this up, and what I can do is I have this side to side adjust now, which really gave me more flexibility. And now I can just take these guys and I can line it up by literally just saying, this is where that bracket is. And where do I want this bracket? If I did it all the way in this corner, it'd line up there. But realistically, I probably want to keep it over a little bit, so I'm just going to put it here. And that means all I got to do is stick one of these bolts through. I'll get it started. Right? I'm not going to tighten it up. Grab one more. Boy, those are really convenient.
That's a real nice organizer.
It's a really nice organizer. It's almost like, what would somebody call this? I'm gatekeeping everyone right now and not saying anything about it other than the fact that I'm talking about the fact that I'm not talking about it. Okay, so we get 2 feet.
I mean, it's mildly annoying. You can't even find it in a store anywhere.
Right, you have to order it. So I'm going to leave them a little bit loose, but we want to try to get the pattern about where we need it to be. And with them being loose, now I can just bring this in here, line that one up, slide this over. We'll be right back.
A few moments later.
Some real precision art there.
Well, it's a nice grid pattern and I've been able to pull it out, but once, if you leave this loose, and then just push everything down in place and then tighten this, you got that adjustability. You can get your fingers in, as you see from the sides. And actually, let me show you this. Right, it locks into place. But what I want to show you is the TMATs have nubs. And these, when you push these in and you get it past that point, they lock in. And they can come back out, but they're not going to come out without
willy-nilly.
Yeah, without you persuading them. Actually, that's pretty cool.
You have to be intentful with the removal.
Right. But now I can load in like my packouts, which this is for where the cooler would go. I could go ahead and get one of those Stack Smarter brackets and put some of the Klein Mod Box there, which is what I originally had planned, and then I realized I bolted it to my fence for the torture test that I'm going to give you guys an update on. But this one is a spring-loaded one, so you sort of squeeze this and you push. And what I want to do is let me go grab one of these and one more corner and show you an example of where you'd use this without the PACKOUT stuff.
Are we burning it all down?
Maybe a while ago, no. So this is a perfect example, right? Everybody, you know, some people have nice cars. They don't have a truck that they can just throw a can of gas in and not worry. So, right, we put it in there, but you want it to stay still. So instead of knowing the size of everything, just, you know, a general shape here. But now this guy, if I retract it and put it as close to the gas can as possible, and then go like that, now, well, I could go tighter. Now when we move, and this mat, well, my seats are folded down. The whole mat now has to move for this gas can to go anywhere. And it can be really anything. It can be a 5-gallon bucket. I could mount it this way. I could.
So it's totally customizable.
Total customizable. But what I've also seen, and this these are universal. So you take and screw this to a 2x4, and then put another one on the 2x4 at that same grid pattern. And then in the bed of your truck, you can use it as like dividers for different things. So stuff can't go from section to section, because anything you can mount this to, which is using the screw holes or the provided hex spot, you can now attach anything to this. And that's what we use for this. And that's what we're going to use for the Stack Smarter brackets for the mod box. But wanted to sort of bring this back to life, because we're going to take the car on a trip, and well, it has nothing to do with this at all.
You're just really excited.
I'm just really excited that I got another birthday present, and I can organize my, look at that, look at those labels, man.
These are sexy labels.
I'm being a dork, but I appreciate you guys that saw this originally and stuck around to see this again. And now, as you can see, I can go ahead and just throw my rug back in on top. But when I want to block a cooler into place, I've got a place. And when I want to, like, what was that big PACKOUT I had? Oh, the luggage. But when I put my backpack on the top of it, even with the weight, it wanted to make that rock. So having the ability to lock this in the car, to me, is a way to stay organized and keep it secure and safe.
Well,
so
it's nice and customizable too. You're not stuck with one kind of
anything.
mean,
different accessories, as you can see, they're made in the USA. These are customizable, and they even they're cuttable, and they even have little strips. You can see I've got a small strip installed right here in the corner to take up the space.
I can't see. Oh, I see now.
Yeah. And what I'll probably end up doing,
It's so bright,
to make it even more secure, is putting a couple of these panels here and tracing this arch on it. So you can do a lot with it. Erector sets for, you know, adults, or maybe you're not an adult and you just have access to money and tools. Half tools will organize.
Best life. That's
Exactly.
what it's about.
I gotta get moving on to the rest of my best life. So you guys head into the description for links. Give me a little like, give me a subscribe, share it with your buddies, let them know. And funny thing is crazy is you can even get TMAT on our website, the shop.jakeofall.com. So I gotta go pack out, actually. I can just keep
More
batteries
batteries
in the car.
I
I'm out.
love you.